Thursday morning, everyone. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here. We've got another potentially interesting 24 hours ahead of us weather-wise. No sort of major storm, but enough of a weather disturbance that we'll have to allow for the possibility of a few slick spots developing later on today. We're going to start out this morning with a quick look at what we call the water vapor imagery, and all the lines that are plotted up, basically trying to pick out ridges and troughs and upper level weather features across our area. And one thing we're keeping an eye on this morning is this kind of dip right here where all these lines kind of bend downwards. This is not quite a cold front, but it's kind of a trough of low pressure or an upper level disturbance. A fairly minor weather feature, but it will be enough to kick up some moisture across our area and lead to a fair amount of instability in the atmosphere as we go into the second half of the day today. Particularly, the radar this morning shows a few flurries around most of Ohio and most of western PA and out into a good chunk of Michigan and Indiana as well. All this is fairly innocuous. We're not real concerned about weather impacts this morning. Temperatures locally are right around the freezing mark, in fact a little above freezing in some spots. And so any flurries that occur over the next several hours are all going to be pretty low impact. We're not expecting any issues really out there for the morning and midday today. It's as we head deeper into the afternoon that as that trough of low pressure pivots through, we're going to be a little bit more concerned about more impactful snow showers and perhaps even a heavier squall. Some of our high-res modeling shows as we go through the afternoon. Here's early afternoon, noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and notice what's going on here. We've got a band modeled by the high-res modeling here, kind of having a connection all the way back to Lake Michigan. We oftentimes think of lake effect or lake enhanced snow, of course, coming off of Lake Erie. Sometimes Lake Huron gets involved and comes across Lake Erie like this, but this has a connection all the way back to Lake Michigan near Chicago, comes across Ohio and starts impacting parts of eastern Ohio and western PA as we head towards mid and late afternoon. Now, the model is unlikely to be showing this exactly where it's going to end up being, but the idea has been on the modeling since yesterday that somewhere across the region there'd be this kind of primary, kind of dominant band of snow that could be even a legitimate snow squall, kind of meandering around. And anywhere where this goes, there's going to be a chance for sudden reductions in visibility and quick accumulations of snow and some slick surfaces developing. But this is going to be kind of a localized thing. This is not going to be one of those things where everybody gets the same thing, kind of like we had yesterday morning. That was more just a big mass of snow and everybody kind of had the same conditions. This will be more of a localized thing where some places won't see much snow at all and some places will have a pretty good snow squall or snow shower. This will then probably lift out of our area later on tonight. So here's 9 o'clock this evening, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Most of the modeling would suggest that a lot of this tries to lift to the north, and then we're left with primarily flurries for the rest of the night. One of the things we like to look at in these types of situations, something we call the snow squall parameter, basically a computer model showing where the snow squall potential is highest, and the highest potential is where you see kind of those brighter colors. And this is as we head towards mid-afternoon, late afternoon across eastern Ohio and western PA. That snow squall parameter kind of peaks right across our area, and then especially into the mountainous areas of the panhandle of West Virginia and Maryland as well. So the whole region is going to have to be on the lookout for this potential as we go through the second half of the day today. So keep this in mind if you have plans to travel, heading home from work, doing anything involving being on the roads, especially say after 3 o'clock and heading towards evening up till maybe 9 or 10 o'clock, you're going to have to use some caution and make sure you have the Storm Tracker 21 app downloaded so you can get any push alerts that we send out, and also you can keep tabs on where these snow showers are. As far as how much snow, again, it's going to be very localized. Some places might not get much more than a dusting. Some places, if a squall persists over your location, maybe you get a couple of inches of snow this evening. This is just kind of a region-wide average. You know, pretty good chance that as a region-wide average, an inch or two worth of snow occurs this evening. What about Friday morning's commute? Because of the early to mid-evening timing on this, I don't think there'll be much snow falling from the sky by Friday morning. But if you get a couple of quick inches of snow Thursday evening and your neighborhood isn't plowed or treated or anything like that, it could still be slippery Friday morning. But the actual snow showers and heaviest snow potential will occur this evening. mostly before midnight. But again, we're going to have to use some caution here and there, it looks like, for Friday morning's commute as well. Of course, we'll keep you covered and updated throughout the day today on social media, the Storm Tracker 21 app, and all of our newscasts. I will see you this evening, 21 News at 6 and 11, and on weather for Weather Geeks.